This isn't a love story. It's an awakening. What began as a forbidden connection has become the spark that triggered the collapse of an entire system. When you decided to stop everything, like pressing Ctrl plus Alt plus Delete, you didn't just exit a situation. You initiated a total reset. In the midst of a scenario spiraling out of control, you were the one who had the vision to act. Now, the first domino has fallen, and the chain reaction is unstoppable. The tower they spent years building is crumbling before their eyes. They never saw it coming, but you did. While they scramble in disbelief, you remain calm, grounded, unshaken. This is just the beginning. The fall of that first tower marks the transformation of the entire landscape. The once untouchable elite are now directly facing the consequences of what they've done. In exactly 1 hour, everything will change, completely. The fact that this message has reached you, the 1 in 10,000, is no accident. The universe had to bend in perfect alignment to deliver it. This is divine timing. Those who tried to weigh you down, to siphon your energy and silence your power, will now be swallowed by the void they created. Their tower, built on deceit and theft, is falling apart, block by block. And now, the first one comes loose. Forces beyond their understanding watched your patience, and the quiet dignity you maintained as they ridiculed, denigrated, and tried to eradicate you. Armies assembled in dimensions they cannot see while they believed you were alone. Your vindication is coming closer than cosmic clockwork. When they decided to cross you, they had no idea what they were getting into. How were they able to? You resonate with the universe itself, while others do so on the frequency of ego. You exist outside the game board. They play checkers. The way people confide in you within minutes of meeting you. How animals relax around you. How toddlers naturally trust you while cautious adults feel mysteriously threatened. The world has always recognized your uniqueness without knowing it. Your energy signature is encoded into your DNA and triggered by the hardships you have faced. It cannot be copied or created. Those apparently little remarks about your appearance, voice, or eyes were really acknowledgments from people whose spiritual vision briefly cleared enough to see glimmers of your true nature. Your intuition works as direct downloads from global intelligence, not only as a gut feeling. Your innate skills were overcoming the amnesia that came with your existence here, which is why those occasions when you just knew something before it occurred weren't coincidences. Your awakening journey is acknowledged by cosmic winks, such as the synchronicities that follow you, the recurring numbers, the songs that play at absolutely important periods, and the fortuitous contacts that altered everything. While others continue to be functionally illiterate, you are becoming proficient in the language of symbols that the universe speaks. These previous years served as preparation rather than punishment. Every loss, betrayal, and lonely time has a purpose in the heavenly curriculum created especially for your growth. The spiritual boot camp you went through was intentional fortification, not haphazard pain. Elite operators in special forces undergo things that most cannot imagine. They don't exercise like weekend joggers. Your difficulties were intended to highlight your inner strength, rather than to shatter you. It was selection, not rejection when they left you. Doors that slammed shut were shields against pathways that weren't intended for your maximum progression, not impediments. You learned that your connection to the source of energy itself is something that can never be taken away after you lost everything. Your journey through the dark night of the soul was a spiritual initiation, not just a period of despair. You could finally hear your original instructions in the stillness. The emptiness made room for rebirth. You were cleansed by loneliness from the need for outside approval that enslaves others. The training wheels are now removed. The commencement of the graduation ceremony takes place. Awaiting you is the medal of completion. Those who saw your pain without showing sympathy will see you rise without being given access. Today is the last day to tolerate energy vampires. People who don't want to create their own light aren't supposed to drain yours. Those who claim to have discovered your knowledge are not supposed to take it. Those who make lack awareness their default are not supposed to steal from your plenty. Take charge of what needs and doesn't need your valuable attention. Press Alt to change your mindset from one of people pleaser to power keeper. Hit Delete to get rid of people who have consistently shown that they are unable to respect your limits without expressing regret or providing an explanation. You've been trapped in energy-draining cycles far beyond their expiry date because you're reluctant to unplug. Those who thought kindness meant weakness used your sympathy as a weapon against you. You continued investing in spiritual Ponzi schemes that were intended to drain you of your money because you thought they may finally get it. These relationships were beneficial to your growth. In this next great chapter, they showed you exactly what you don't want to produce. Through their transgressions, they made your ideals clear. Through their deceit, they improved your judgment. Give them a quiet, "Thank you for helping you grow," then let them go. Your whole availability is awaited by your actual soul family. While your energy is still mixed with individuals who are using incompatible frequencies, your aligned colleagues will be unable to locate you. You cannot completely engage your chosen path if you continue to be bound by out-of-date personalities and tales. Your pain during this required separation is evidence of your true heart, not a sign of weakness. Don't get caught in it. Let it pass through. The pain of staying connected to people who are deliberately destroying your life force is much worse than the momentary agony of disconnecting. The patterns of their actions against you are predictable. They watch you closely while feigning disinterest. Once you realize the script, the criticism masquerading as intrigue, the dismissing as fear, the falsehoods as jealousy of what they cannot really embody. Claiming indifference, they track your movements. They deny your influence while incorporating aspects of your distinct style. In rooms they think you'll never enter, they call your name. With flawless accuracy, the charges they make expose their own underlying habits. They revealed their dishonesty when they questioned your integrity. They admitted their betrayals when they began to question your allegiance. They acknowledged their manipulations when they began to mistrust your intentions. Their efforts to distance themselves from you reveal their fear of your power. They understand that your natural glow is much superior than their artificial light in a fair comparison. They realize that once others feel your real frequency, their fake vibrations start to interfere with spiritual senses. Your growing influence is closely correlated with their growing assaults. Their increasing efforts to shape the story around you are closely correlated with their waning power to influence your reality. As their significance in your tale fades, their desperation grows. Their loudness was overpowered by your stillness. You spoke directly to the cosmos with your coordinated deeds, while others aired desperate stories. Their statements produced fleeting illusions, but your constant presence generated enduring realities. Detailed explanations and defense tactics are no longer necessary. Their frantic revisionism is overpowered by the authority with which your adventure speaks. People who are able to visually distinguish between a fake picture and the real thing without needing to be persuaded. Because of basic physics, such as conflicting magnetic fields, your truth resonates at a frequency that immediately repels lie. It is impossible for deception to get close to true honesty without encountering more uneasy opposition. Resonance, not marketing, is what attracts those who are in tune with your genuine vibration. They don't need translations or explanations since they can sense the distinct vibration of your voice, your work, and your presence. Since truth is universally recognized, they feel comfortable with your vibe. Anything based on illusion has to be maintained energetically all the time. There is now a serious resource issue facing the skyscrapers they built via deceit, manipulation, and light stealing. Energy from the cosmos is no longer used to sustain things that defy divine order. Underpushed, their well-crafted narratives start to conflict. They begin comparing notes and identifying inconsistencies with the allies they acquired via deception. The facade they displayed breaks in new areas more quickly than the harm that has already been done can be repaired. You should observe their unsustainable dynamics from a safe distance, because everything constructed against universal law ultimately faces mathematical certainty, not because you want to destroy them. The weight of truth cannot be continuously disregarded by false constructs. Their edifice collapses because it was never securely grounded in reality, not because you pushed it. What was always unstable is only made visible by the cosmic earthquake. All that is illuminated by the divine light is what was already broken. What was already happening is just accelerated by the global change. This breakdown turns into a warning that supports your alternative strategy. The protection your honesty offered is now evident to those who derided it as naive. Those who thought your restrictions were weak now see the power they produced. Those who formerly dismissed your genuineness as unmarketable now see its undeniable worth. The unavoidable destruction of what could never sustain should not be celebrated or lamented. Just accept the global balance with the serene impartiality of someone who has always understood that illusion is fleeting. Your most meaningful teaching happens spontaneously. Just seeing you overcome obstacles with a new awareness may change others. More healing comes from your openness about your difficulties than from carefully manicured beauty. Beyond only what you say, the frequencies in your voice may awaken latent potential in other people. In responsive listeners, the energy they provide rewires brain connections. Even when you address your audience's present awareness, you are speaking directly to their higher self. Just by being who you really are, you disrupt old ideas and establish a new model for honesty. Your innate manner of being reveals potentialities that were previously thought to be theoretical, without starting crusades or calling for reformation. Others are empowered to take off the masks they were unaware were stifling them because of your unvarnished honesty. They become aware of the weariness of their own charade when they see someone living really. Your independence spreads. Without evangelizing, your rise will be seen as a danger by people who seem to desire truth but are really looking for cozy illusions. People who are really sick of lies will come to you in relief and acknowledgement. You only need to stay true to your own frequency. This sorting happens naturally. Your impact grows in direct proportion to your commitment to purpose rather than prestige. Impact flows through you more easily the less you reach for it. Recognition comes more readily the less you want for it. Followers will show up more easily if you don't actively seek them out. If you cease declaring actions before you execute them, your power increases enormously. Every early exposure to mismatched frequencies drains the energy required to bring your vision to life. Preserve holy topics by shielding them from unwarranted scrutiny. Preserve the manifestation energy of your vision by shielding it from early exposure. Before they are prepared for light, seeds need darkness. Before being exposed to the outside world, embryonic creatures need protective habitats. The same developmental consideration should be given to your new initiatives. Prioritize outcomes above goals or assurances. Others start a never-ending coming soon campaign, but you build subtly until completeness demands attention. You put on shows worth seeing while others sell tickets to empty theaters. You create material worth containing while others promote empty containers. Your knowledge will be revealed to those who are really destined to receive it at the set moment, free from deceptive scarcity or fabricated urgency. Neon advertising and frenzied marketing are not necessary for the beings who really share your objective to sense your frequency. Curiosity seekers are drawn to your light by the magnetic vacuum created by your stillness. In a world of oversharing and fake authenticity, your inherent mystery becomes your trademark. Your words have just as much impact as the pauses in between them. According to cosmic calculations, the quality of your relationships is greater than their number. Broadcasting diluted messages to the masses is not as effective as your voice reaching the specific souls who are ready to hear it. Avoid algorithmic amplification and instead rely on miraculous distribution techniques.